you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the TCU Horned Frogs. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So TCU's offense will get first crack at it today. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Got his man on the outside. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. So Texas Tech's offense will have its first possession of the game. And greeting them as a linebacking core in the business of disruption, tackling with aggression. Any suggestions on how to work around them?
Yeah, I think you pray. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people. Like, they are trying to make physical tackles, and it starts with them in this defense against the run, blitzing, against the pass. They're all over the field, Palmer.
Yeah, and I think for this offense, you want to be able to establish the run. I think the big key for them is going to be working the double teams in the zone game and getting into the second level. You have got to try and cover these linebackers up and get a hat on them. If you don't, they're going to run free, and they're going to destroy your game plan.
Fires to the big fella. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the 1st down.
It's been a rough start for these guys. You look down the schedule in the Big 12, there aren't many soft landing spots.
Well, no doubt about it. This team has had some bad breaks early this year in Big 12 play, but they've got to make good things happen, David. They've got to do a better job of executing offensively, defensively, and on special teams, and it's got to start today.
Yeah, finding a way to make those critical plays, because you know, what do you know in the Big 12? There's always going to be a lot of scoring, right? And they've come up short, but I think as you find yourself throughout the season, you got to realize, I got to build those confidence. I got to make those plays, and once you do it once, and maybe it happens today, you start to build that confidence.
Just keep slinging it. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let them get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. to the back. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might...
Turning it on! And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. After run, now throw. Snagged out of the air. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The Horned Frogs look to keep this drive humming. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college football, but to do it while also being cognizant of where you are in the field and making sure you get a foot down inbounds, that's really impressive.
And the Horned Frogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Defense showing blitz here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. And he used that spin move to put him in the spin cycle and gain extra yardage.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
They'll go back to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Red Raiders send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's going to let one go back to the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I've got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attacked the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this.
Oh, he's got some space. Got enough space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Miami is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sebastian isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Notre Dame. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here's the pressure. Fires downfield. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Off the play fake. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Quickly complete. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. And the Red Raiders decide to punt it away. Here's the return. The coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Spears. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. To the ground with the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Horned Frogs in a good spot here with second and short. Trying play action. Makes the grab. Across the 25, he's got room. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Everett. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And the Horned Frogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to fire on second down. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
I love the aggressive nature there by the offensive play caller, too. He's not just playing it safe, get a few yards, center the ball, help our field goal kicker out. He's trying to move the sticks through the passing attack. Quarterback makes a nice throw, and now it's first and goal.
The Horned Frogs line it up with a first and goal. Wants to throw it. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, TCU! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And he's going to try to return this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Throws to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He reached into his bag for that move, and it didn't get him loose at all.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll send the back in motion. Gonna sling it on 2nd down. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! A great catch and run for 6.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment beat dang. You talk about home field advantage? Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
He'll return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want, because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got him.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
They booted away on 4th down. Makes the catch around the 50. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll give it to the back. Breaks into the open. He's at the 10. Touchdown, TCU! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin city limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. A collision between ranked teams always impacts the big picture, fellas, And it appears that's the case again today.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, the offense trying to attack the perimeter of the field in the passing game. And how about the sweet feet by the receiver on that play?
Who doesn't like a little dash of the arts with their football? A little ballet moment there. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Working that left side. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. It's complete to the right. There he goes. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. quickly to the tight end. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
This offense looking at a third down after that last completion. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Based on this field position, Jesse, they need to get something on the board before the half.
And they got to be aggressive too, Reese. They've got the weapons to attack and try to steal a field goal here.
You practice these situations all during the week. You know you got to be fast, take advantage of the clock. It's stopping, making sure you're throwing the football down the field to try to get some points.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
One more snap coming before halftime. He'll throw on third down. Finds his man in the middle. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And the Horned Frogs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take it. This drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the third downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. It's complete on the right side. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Red Raiders will bring the punt team onto the field. Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. The give to the tailback. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The Horned Frogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab on the left. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for the big play. Makes the grab down the left side. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. On the move. Got enough for the 1st. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an
turning it on! How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, TCU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do it. Pac-12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up, they'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Red Raiders will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Running back searching for a hole. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation late. All games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
The Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Angulo. Got his man on the right. Oh, he's got some space. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the third quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. And the Horned Frogs will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
They'll run this play from the pistol. To the air on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. Wants to bring it back. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page. And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point that seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
The give and tick, 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 tick.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold offense.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. To the air, it's Angulo. Punts it out of the air. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
And a nice play by the defense. 3rd and short, you're thinking run most of the time, but a really nice job playing tight on the wide receivers, playing the pass and giving no space for the offense.
Oh, and he missed it. No good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Red Raiders line up to punt it away. He's got it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Power football with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll go to the ground. Makes a man miss. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations. And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure.
Breaks into the open. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this